These two are demonic.
P-A-S-C-A-L. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? You know what bothers me more than anything in the world? It's not only that people are out here just straight up lying, okay? We get it. People lie. They lie, right? But there's something about people who are straight up lying on camera, sitting there saying, a man hit me and said, hola, right? Or we're just trying to change. She was just trying to change his diaper, right? That kind of BS, that really grinds my gears. But what's even more messed up is when you hear more information when those two people are actually arrested and taken in for murder. Now, of their own kid. Now, here's the thing. For those of y'all who are a little late to the party, because some people are late to the party. First and foremost, Emmanuel Haro is still out there. They do not know where that young boy is. They're still trying to find him. Jake and Rebecca Haro have been arrested on suspicion of of unaliving their own boy. Now, we already know the forensic teams are inside that house. That, of course, they've been arrested. They're going through the entire house. They found a substantial amount of blood in the house, which is massive news. All right. And it does make you wonder, how much is substantial? Because substantial in my mind. OK, it sounds like pools, if you get what I'm saying. Now that we're all up to date on that, we now have heard some more things that I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about in the recent video I just did. And if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out, because it's some crazy stuff that's being said and being discovered in that house as well. But here's the other piece that was been discovered. And this makes them look, this is terrible. They are dog water. They are less than dog water, okay? These guys are just nasty and disgusting individuals. Not only did they find red throughout the house, you get what I'm saying. They also realized that photos of baby Emmanuel had been removed, and his own baby clothes, his clothes, had been removed from the house. Before they even came in and raided the home, there was no photo of Emmanuel anywhere. Not one stitch of clothing anywhere that was originally his. All of it gone. Now, a couple things. This could very well be the fact that this could very well back up the claims that police found. That is true, that they did find clothing, baby clothing, in a dumpster. And people are wondering if that's connected to Emmanuel. That could very well be it. It could very well be Emmanuel's. There's also some other information out here that I'm just going to tell you guys. It's rumor. Don't know if it's confirmed or not. But allegedly, whilst they were sitting there going, we're grieving and we're trying to find our son, right? Locked up in their own home before they were actually locked up. They were saying this stuff, right? We're grieving for our son. Why would you grieve for your son if you think that your son is still out there alive? But I digress, right? Not only were they doing that, they apparently called 50, called police, and said, hey, we have some clothes and we just want to be able to dump them, and dump them. Is it okay if we dump his clothes? And the police are like, yeah, go ahead and dump it, baby. Because that's evidence. That's free evidence, baby. Go ahead, dump that stuff. Do that ish. Go throw it in that dumpster. Go throw it away. Do you realize how dumb that is, right? You're so dumb. How dumb is he, Pascal? That you would call police and go, oh, yeah, we're going to go dump the clothes. Is that okay? Is that okay? Will that suffice? Does that make us look weird? And of course, 50 was like, nah, Brett. No, baby, go ahead, do you. Go ahead, do you, baby. Dump that stuff. Now, of course, that is rumor. Don't know if that's entirely confirmed or not. But at the same time, if they were to do that, that would be absolutely knuckin' futs. That would be so dumb, right? And I would believe them to do that, because let's not forget, I got tapped to the shoulder and the man said hola and I didn't see him and then I passed out and I got knocked out, right? You gotta change. She was just trying to change our son's diaper. Remember all that crap? Remember that? Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like this. Here's the other piece that I think is interesting, because this also shows to me that there could have been a possibility that this kid has been gone for more than just a couple weeks, baby. That maybe he's been gone for a minute, maybe more than just a month. Think about that for a second. You know, we already saw the marking on her face. That takes a little bit of time to heal, right? What if he disappeared before the marking even was on her face? What if it was a situation where she said, F you, I'm going to the police, and then he put his paws on her, trying to set her straight? Maybe. Just a thought. Because I know that there's speculation out here where people are wondering if they had been planning this for a little while, and then they started to execute it a few weeks before they actually did, you know, the whole Big Five incident. Think about that for a second. Maybe he'd been gone for a while. Family members were saying that they hadn't seen him in well over a month. So if that's the case, that could have been what happened. Kid could have lost his life, unfortunately, met his demise a month before any of this happened. So this could have happened in July. So that would give Jake and Rebecca ample time to get that baby as far away from that house as possible. And of course, try their best to clean up the mess, clean up the crime. But of course, they didn't clean it up well enough because police found a substantial amount of red in the house, and God knows what they found in the car as well. This also shows to me that they didn't give two damns about this kid. They didn't care about this kid. Okay? It's two different things, actually. Let me say that back. Let me run that back. Either it's they didn't give two damns, which I lean on that. And also, I think it's another part too, the guilt. They didn't want to have that presence, that constant reminder of what they did, these photos and the clothes of baby Emmanuel. Like I said in my past live, it's like the Telltale Heart, Edgar Allan Poe's book, you know, or story, right? Where it's the rapping on my chamber door doth quote the raven nevermore, right? Maybe it was these photos and his presence in general was just looming over, I would assume, looming over Rebecca so much that she's like, I need these things out of here because I can't have these in this house. It's constantly reminding me of what I did and what I was a part of. And you know what I mean? And maybe his presence was just looming over Rebecca so much that she's like, I need to get this stuff out of here. That's the other possibility. I lean on both. You know, I lean on both. Possibly they just didn't care. But they couldn't, but then maybe she couldn't deal with the guilt, right? That guilt of what they did to Emmanuel. But here it is. Emmanuel is speaking from beyond. And now justice is finally coming for that little boy. But the thing is that we still do not know where this kid is. That is still a looming question that police are doing everything they can to answer right now, for sure. But nonetheless, the fact that you have babies' photos and clothes removed from the actual house before the police even showed up is absolutely insane to me. You know how other people are out here in these streets? They love somebody so much that they won't even touch the room. Their room will they'll stay exactly the same. The room will be untouched. Dust will be forming over that dirty sock that's on the floor in the middle of the room because it hadn't even been moved. Because parents, truly loving and doting parents, are sitting there going, my son is coming back, my daughter is coming back, and I want her or him to know that this room was not touched. When they come back, they can come back to this room and do exactly what they were doing, as if life never skipped a beat, right? This is what parents do. This is what true grieving parents do. It turns into almost a relic, a shrine to their daughter or their son. And instead of them doing that, they went and they got rid of any presence of their son. What kind of dog water subhuman are you to do something like this? and then show that you have, to me, it seems like no remorse. None whatsoever. And it seems so egotistical to think, because the way it looks like to me, it seems as if they truly believed, past tense, that they were about to get away with it. That they were going to be able to live their lives and get away with this crap. But like I said, ain't no way going to happen that way. Some energies are more powerful than others, speaking from beyond, and that's exactly what happened. Karma came back and bit him right in the ass, and rightfully so. But man, throwing away his clothes and getting rid of his pictures, that's worse than being subhuman, y'all. I don't even know what word it is. You guys comment down below. Let me know what it is. What's worse than subhuman? What's worse than dog water? Okay? We already call Stephen Stern's pig vomit, okay? We need something that's less than dog water, okay? Tell me, talk to me, okay? Holla at your boy, what, like ant doo-doo? I don't know, something. But all we know is that this kid needs to be found. Where he is, he could be anywhere at this point, y'all. And that's what's so scary about this situation. He could be anywhere. I hope that they figure it out here soon. I'm sure there's going to be some clues here in the next day or two. Fingers crossed. But comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. This is diabolical work, y'all. Nasty, nasty, disgusting work. But the justice is coming. And more transparency will be coming out here soon. And when it does, I'll be right here to give it to you guys straight and in my own way. So anyway, it's time to get going. Comment down below. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll talk here soon. Justice for Emmanuel. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.